everyone, you're watching Brass Tacks with me, Maria Shakil. Delhi Liquorgate probe gains momentum and KCR's daughter and BRS leader K Kavitha has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. The investigating agency has asked her to appear before them on Thursday, but Kavitha may not appear and seek another date due to prefixed appointments. But she has assured to cooperate with the probing agency. The summons came a day after businessman Arun Ramchandran Pillai was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. K Kavitha was named in the ED charge sheet, in fact. She is accused of holding 65% stake in Indo Spirits, who got undue benefits due to Delhi's liquor policy. Sources also say that the South lobby allegedly paid kickbacks of 100 crore, which was then used by the Aam Aadmi Party in the Goa elections. Kavitha was even questioned by the probe agency at her Hyderabad residence in December last year. Now, K Kavitha has reacted sharply to the summons. She believes that the summons was issued because she was about to stage a day-long protest in Delhi demanding women's reservation. Kavitha even launched a scathing attack against the centre and said that these are just tactics of intimidation and Telangana won't bow down before the oppressive anti-people regime. The BJP has slammed the BRS. They believe that K Kavitha knows that she is guilty, and that's why they are using such tactics to divert the attention from the probe. So the opposition has claimed that central agencies are being misused by the centre. Just yesterday, RJD Supremo Lalu Yadav was questioned in an alleged land for job scam by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Manish Sisodia has already been arrested by the CBI in liquor policy scam. The opposition is claiming that the centre wants to silence the opposition. So is the ongoing probe in the liquor policy scam a political vendetta? And will this really reveal the truth?
Whenever they cannot win on the ground, whether it is AAP or BRS, they are actually framing in these kind of cases.
ईडी और सीबीआई का थाना गली गली मोहल्ले मोहल्ले में खोल दीजिए। जितने विपक्ष के नेता हैं सबको पकड़ पकड़ के जेल में डालिए।
Corruption had entered the entire liquor policy, the excise policy, the new excise policy at all the stages.
And joining me now, Rachna Reddy, Telangana BJP spokesperson. We also have Siddharth Sharma, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, Ashwini Dubey, Supreme Court lawyer, and Krishank Mane, representing the BRS. Before I begin the debate, a very happy Holi to all the panelists and the viewers of CNN News 18.
Happy Women's Day, Maria ji.
Yes, thank you so much. Happy Women's Day to Rachna and to all men as well.
Happy Women's Day to you too, Maria ji, and all my other female panelists.
Okay. Krishank Mane, if you have nothing to hide, then why make it about vendetta? Questioning is a process of investigation.
Well, Maria ji, I think you already mentioned that previously the investigative agencies have already visited Kavitha ji's residence. And let me tell you that Kavitha ji has just started from Hyderabad to Delhi, and she will definitely, as she has mentioned, she will cooperate. She will not evade any kind of inquiries. We are not like BL Santosh or the BJP who would try to evade notices or any kind of questions. But the point is, why cherry picking? When you know, arrests of Manish Sisodia or Sanjay Raut or opposition leaders or an attempt even to us also, then why not any BJP leader at all? The entire nation, so many graft charges on BJP leaders, but please name at least one. Minister of Karnataka had to resign, was compelled to resign after Contractors Association wrote to Honorable President. But has he faced any inquiry? Was he arrested? We've seen just 2 days. In fact, your channel also aired today how grandly the BJP leaders have welcomed a corrupt Bharatiya Janata Party MLA who was red-handedly, he and his son were caught red-handedly by the Lokayukta.
Okay.
Or even the
Rachna, this
businessman,
charge
the friend
that is
of
coming from
Honorable
Krishank
Prime
Mane,
Minister.
and he is not the only one. All opposition leaders are saying the same. In fact, all of them wrote a joint letter to the Prime Minister as well. And if we look at pure data, forget about what the opposition is saying. What they are saying is something that's true. From 60% during the UPA to 95% during the NDA, there is a surge in share of opposition leaders who are in the CBI net under the BJP government's tenure in the last 8 years. And we have seen how the cases against the opposition leaders have increased significantly, almost drastically. Since 2014, now the ED cases have gone up by almost 4-fold. So against all these opposition leaders, 95% are from opposition.
So here is the thing, Maria.
So can this be seen as pure investigation then?
No, that is what I'm trying to answer here. I mean, these people, the opposition leaders or people who are accused in graft charges, they never once state as to is there any veracity in the claims or the accusations or allegations or not. All they can do is claim cherry picking and claim that the opposition is being victimized or the opposition is being persecuted. Now, here is a case where I'm also a senior advocate along with being a part of a political party. So this is what I will state. The entire Wickergate, the scam, so to say, came out in August of 2022. However, the agencies have followed the due process, and so far, Mr. Manish Sisodia was arrested recently, and that too by the CBI. Ms. Kalvakuntla Kavitha was questioned only as a witness by the CBI way back in December. That is it. The ED has not contacted and the ED has not summoned his Kavitha so far, in spite of the fact that Mr. Abhishek Koyenpalli, another accused, Mr. Puchi Babu, another accused, Mr. Arun Ramchandran Pillai yesterday, another accused, repeatedly in the ECIR, in the Enforcement Case Information Report, repeatedly claiming the fact that they are representatives of her, and Mr. Arun Ramchandran Pillai clearly stated yesterday that he was fronting her. Okay. That he was her frontman and he was representing only in as her representative and not
let's look at it from the point of view that the Aam Aadmi Party went ahead and also withdrew this policy, saying that there were structural flaws and that there was cartelization which it led to.
Exactly.
The ED charge sheet is talking about a particular cartel which was dominating this entire policy, the direction in which the policy would shape. Look at it from that point of view. Mr. Manish Sisodia hasn't got any relief from the court till now. So you must be having faith in some institution, have faith in the Supreme Court, have faith in the judiciary. If Ms. Kavitha has nothing to hide, she would come clean.
Yes.
We do have hope on the Honorable Supreme Court, and that is why we are though we know that this entire script is by the government of India, we are cooperating, Mariaji. We are facing the trial. We are going to answer every question because we have nothing to hide. The ED has come up with narratives that the phones were damaged or so and so. Till now, they haven't booked the Evidence Tamper Act. No, not yet. Okay. But even then, we are ready to answer. Definitely, answers will come.
No
but the problem is that how Bharatiya Janata Party, you see, they've said ED has come up with this case in August. But let me remind you, when did Kavitha ji's name come from? Not from the ED's notice first, not from the charge sheets first, from the Bharatiya Janata Party's press conference from Delhi. Okay. So it was BJP who kept their press conferences first and gave named the leaders. After which BJP State President Mr. Bani Sanjay
and
also
now KCR's
charged
daughter
on Kavitha ji's
will be questioned by the Enforcement Directorate for the second time, because the first time she was questioned in Hyderabad last year. My question is...
She was questioned by the CBI in Hyderabad. This is for the first time that the ED is questioning Kavitha.
Thank you for correcting me. Thank you for correcting me.
Phone tampering, as well as the fact that under the PMLA Act, a lot of money has been cut, has been taken from the Hyderabad Shamshabad airport and distributed. So
Okay.
it is
Siddharth
strictly
Sharma,
under the
Siddharth
Money
Sharma,
Laundering Act.
today Sanjay Singh addressed a
the
press conference, and this
PMLA
is something that has been said by various opposition leaders in this letter that was written to the Prime Minister as well. All of them are talking about what clearly is misuse of central agencies. Will it stop at this letter? Because yesterday Lalu Yadav was questioned by the investigating agency. Today it is K Kavitha. You have other leaders. You are saying that there are multiple instances of targeting. Those are your words of the lead of your own party. Then does it stop at this letter? Because if you're talking about some kind of political conspiracy, how will you tackle that political conspiracy?
Yeah, Maria, when we say the opposition parties have written a letter, let us understand the denominator here. The central government and the PM post represents India, not any political party. Today, state government heads from across north, east, west, south, representing nearly 50 crore out of the 140 crore Indians, have written to the Prime Minister regarding misuse of governors, misuse of central investigative agencies, in submission of a globally acclaimed education minister like Mr. Manish Sisodia. It is now incumbent upon the Honorable PM to play fair. 50 crore people today are watching the PM to see whether the PM sees himself as the prime patriarch of a nation or a mascot of a political party. Now, as far as law is concerned, if the law is fair and BJP would play fair, how come the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, he also is summoned by the law and he is escaping it by claiming immunity with the courts? So isn't the law the same with if Manish Sisodia can be arrested and put into jail? Why doesn't the elder of Delhi also go and appear before the court when the court has summoned him? How come Mr. Manish Sisodia is under ED investigation and in jail, but a Karnataka BJP MLA is going scot-free, absconding, and today he got a bail and he is brandishing BJP flags and entering his constituency?
Yes. So let me ask that question.
Let me complete. Let me reiterate here.
Okay.
It is nothing to be. It is not political. It is not a ridicule. 50 crore people out of 140 crore people. Please understand, from Bihar to West Bengal to Telangana to Tamil Nadu to Kerala to Maharashtra to Delhi to Punjab is north, west, east, south of India. 50 crore people represent that.
Okay.
And
Ashwini, the point being made here is of targeting of opposition, and the opposition parties, particularly the Aam Aadmi Party and also Mr. Krishank Mane, they have spoken about certain leaders. Narayan Rane of Maharashtra. In this letter, it talks about Himanta Biswa Sarma, who was probed by the CBI and the ED in 2014 and 2015 over the Sharda chit fund scam, and then nothing moved in the case after he joined the BJP. Then what about Shubhendu Adhikari? All these questions are the questions which are being raised by opposition.
See, Maria, one thing is that there are courts to supervise, to look into, to ensure that if any offense is registered and if anyone has any grievance, may approach to the court of law. We have seen in Ashish Sharma Teni's case that the court supervised monitored the investigation. We have seen in Commonwealth Games case Ghotala. We have seen it, you see, in the 2G case. We have seen in Colgate. So if anyone has any objections, so equality before law is available. Anyone can approach. If Narayan Rane, accused of a 3 crore money laundering racket, has been given clean chit, as of now the charge sheet has not been given clean chit. Shubhendu Adhikari has not been given clean chit. Himanta Biswa Sharma still has not been. Investigation dropping may be a different thing, but whether the court of
Sharma is not in jail. Hemant Biswa Sharma is not in jail, and Mr. Manish Sisodia has been put in jail. That is what the paradox is. You say the law is equal. How come Mr. Hemant Biswa Sharma enjoys chief ministership, and how come Mr. Manish Sisodia is the deputy chief minister is put in jail? That is the question, and that is the question.
Karnataka Minister Ishwarappa did not go to jail. Karnataka Minister Ishwarappa also did not go to jail.
Here is the case where direct irregularities were committed while modifying the excise policy. Undue favors were extended to license holders.
Sir, modifying happened to airports also. Modifying had happened to airport policy also when giving to
Allow Mr. Dubey to speak, please, because Just because, Maria, it's the case of Nachna nahi aata to Angan Theda. That is what the opposition
नचारे तो
wants.
आप ना,
We will be
नचारे तो
as
मोदी जी,
possible. We will commit
नाचने
as
वाले भी आप है,
much as
नचाने वाले भी आप ही है.
we will loot the public exchequer as much as possible, but nobody should take any steps against us. Mr. Manish Sisodia was
Madam,
called by the CBI
Adani has
29
looted so
times.
much.
It was
No
only on the
investigation
30th
from
time
SEBI.
when his suspicion, when he did not give any answers and was absolutely non-cooperative, was he arrested. In fact, yesterday in Mr. Arun Ramchandran Pillai's case, the honorable magistrate himself, the judge himself, was astounded by why the ED did not arrest this man before, and why was he called again and again and again for questioning for 26 to 28 times? And why was he not arrested before? Because he was confronted with so much of evidence.
Look, Rachna, as far as the Enforcement Directorate's conviction rate is concerned, it's dismal. It's dismal. We are not talking about CBI, but ED certainly is being seen as an agency which has much to explain, because its cases do not reach the level of conviction, because it is increasingly appearing, during the UPA, the CBI was called a caged parrot. Now, the same charge is being faced by the agency during your tenure. The larger question is that people are not having faith in these agencies now, the manner in which it is being seen as being only questioning opposition leaders. Isn't it true?
Maria, it is very easy to spin a narrative that it is only to victimize or persecute the opposition leaders. The ED,
please
ED
name us one BJP arrested leader. Please,
so when
we are waiting for that answer. One BJP leader who was arrested, please. One name.
So when is the investigation going to end? When is the trial going to complete? When is the trial going to be completed? Is the person going to be held guilty, convicted, or acquitted?
It's good to hear from an advocate, but not from a BJP leader. BJP is not washing powder, Nirma.
And here, if it is a political agenda, how come
BJP is not running the court, Maria ji?
Has destroyed 9 to 10 phones, and these are just her phones. Everybody involved in this conspiracy has together destroyed phones worth more than 1 crore 30 lakhs. And there is evidence that money, large amounts of money was carried across from Shamshabad airport in chartered flights.
Okay.
When you are
Krishank Mane, the ED, the Enforcement Directorate says that, as far as the investigations are concerned, it is talking about cartelization, alleged irregularities in implementation, and that is the reason why this is being investigated by both the CBI and the ED. The profit margin is huge, particularly to those who were running the South lobby. These are points being made by the ED charge sheet. If we go with purely what has been stated, then Kavitha has a point to answer.
Well, Maria ji,
she should come and answer.
When ED enters, definitely, I've told you, we are ready to answer, because ED has to search for the money trail. So where are the money is what ED has to answer. And you see Bharatiya Janata Party stressing on the point that evidence was tampered, mobile phones were damaged. This is the same Bharatiya Janata Party which is also saying that Kavitha ji was called earlier as a witness. Then why haven't you booked her as for damaging evidence? What is the ED plucking then? What is BJP campaigning for? You haven't booked still under the Evidence Tamper Act, and you are just doing tamasha and propaganda. BJP wants to do propaganda out of this. Now, you want to run through when I'm talking. You want to run through when I'm talking, when you're just talking about
the money chartered.
You are defending ED itself is clearly showing that you are running the investigation. Maria ji,
Ramchandran Pillai yesterday
defending ED itself.
Rachna, you'll have to wait. Let him speak. Let him speak. I have other people on the panel as well. They have to make their point.
Maria ji, see, BJP is so desperate to defend ED itself is explaining that they are running the investigation. What did I ask? I asked, why didn't till now you book under Evidence Tamper Act or Evidence Damage Act?
Okay, Ashwini Dubey will respond to that. If there is evidence of evidence tampering, destruction of evidence, then why are those charges not applied, Ashwini Dubey?
Thank you, Maria. Maria ji, investigation is an important segment of a criminal procedure. The first step after a crime is committed or information received by an agency about the commission of offense, the investigation starts. Now, the mode and manner has been provided in the Code of Criminal Procedure Code or PMLA or the Indian Evidence Act. That is not we have to see. That court has to see whether the process as given under the Indian Evidence Act has been followed or not. This is one. Second, my learned friends just interjected without, did not allow me to complete my point. Here, when the question is that once the FIR is registered or an investigation is taking place, why one should not cooperate in the investigation? This is one. Second, had it been the case of political vendetta, don't you see that the Supreme Court of India has asked even the governor that you should not politicize the events, you work within the domain of the constitution. Third, don't you see that these are the courts who protect the fundamental rights of individual, right and liberty of individual? Who has stopped you to go to the court? This is one.
Siddharth
Second,
Sharma? Okay, go ahead, Ashwini.
Second, Maria, so far as the various names you have taken, as a student of law and citizen, I understand if anyone has any problem, why you are not approaching to the court of law?
Siddharth Sharma, the fact is that Satyendra Jain, in another case, has been in custody for the last almost like 8 months now, correct me, and he hasn't got any relief from the court.
Maria,
The FIR against accused number 1 in the liquor gate, that is Mr. Manish Sisodia, has not been quashed. The fact is that the court has not given any relief to you. Then why look at it from the prism that there is some kind of targeting of opposition?
Yeah, very pertinent question. The answer is very simple here, that tomorrow if Mr. Manish Sisodia or Mr. Satyendra Jain get bail, would you run the same program and say that they've been given a clean sheet? No, there is a process. Once a law starts, unless there is a verdict to it, the case is under investigation. It is sub judice. It's as simple as that. Now, there is a lot of talk about the Delhi excise policy being tweaked to benefit certain people. My simple question is, people elect a government to frame policy. Do we mean to say that when demonetization policy was brought in, new printing press companies obviously benefited from that demonetization process? Do we say that the entire demonetization process was brought in just because to benefit new printing press companies? Obviously, that logic goes out of the window. Now, BJP is saying some things about Aam Aadmi Party contesting elections with this money. My simple question to BJP is itself saying that it has 2,000 crore rupees of money for which it does not have account. And everyone knows Mr. Adani travels with the Honorable Prime Minister of India globally. So how much money Adani has given to BJP to fight elections, BJP has to say. So all these things, basically I tell you, this is the bottom line I'm trying to tell you. Any law, Maria, any law is fundamentally justice, synonymous with something like air. It has to be available equitably to everyone. BJP, in its delusion for power, brandishes law like a weapon in the hands of a demon on its imaginary enemies. This is the bottom line. Okay. And that is why today 50 crore people, governments representing 50 crore people have written to the Prime Minister.
Rachna, I'll give you the final word.
The Prime Minister.
Rachna, the concern is that it was you who spoke about cooperative federalism. Here are the opposition, chief ministers of opposition rule states. These two political parties have chief ministers in those states. They are saying that that principle of cooperative federalism is under threat because of these agencies questioning these opposition leaders.
Maria, I'll end with saying that Nachna nahi aata to Angan Teda is the exact euphemism that will be applicable to all of the opposition.
Kyun naache? Maria ji, hum kyun naache?
Will not play out here. Allow me to speak, sir. Allow me to speak.
Maria ji, ye naachne ki kya baat hai?
Here is the thing, Maria. I don't know if
what is this phrase?
Here, other than Mr. Subey knows the fact that since August of 2022, no FIR, not under the CBI or under the ED, has been directly filed on Ms. Kalvakuntla Kavitha so far. Her involvement, the fact that she is an important link, the fact that she was represented by 3 different people in this entire transaction.
Then how did BJP leaders keep a press conference in August?
ECIR repeatedly.
There was no
Even
FIR.
in
How
spite
did
of
BJP
that,
leaders accused?
there are 3 ECIRs and a remand report, but not a single ECIR directly on Ms. Kalvakuntla.
All right,
Kavitha herself.
Rachna, let's
This
see how
speaks to the
events
fact
pan out,
that-
because
this
tomorrow
speaks
is the
to
day
the
of
fact
questioning
that-
whether the
that
ED
is
will
what I'm
actually
trying to say.
agree
This
to
speaks
that extension of date that has been sought by K Kavitha. Rachna, Siddharth, Ashwini and Krishank Mane, thank you so much. And that's all from me. From the entire team of CNN News 18, a very happy Holi and also a very happy Women's Day. Thank you so much for watching.